So the weather is just starting to warm up, and it's inspired me to revisit one of my favorite recipes. Today I'm going to make a lovely rosé vermouth. It's really delicious all on its own, and it's perfect in a cocktail too, especially a riff on a Negroni. Can't wait to have that. The list of ingredients may seem quite long, but I promise it's well worth the effort. And not to worry, some of these specialty items seem a bit exotic, but they can be easily found on Amazon. So this is step one. We want 1 pound of hulled strawberries into the jar. Okay, next we're gonna cover the strawberries with a spirit to macerate them for 2 days. Now the recipe that I use calls for a clear French brandy, unaged, which is not the easiest thing to find. So I'm just using this cachaça because it's what I have on hand. And I think the flavor is neutral enough that it will work well with this recipe. So this will be 2 1/4 cups of spirit are going in there, and we just want to make sure that they the berries are completely submerged, and we will be letting this macerate for 2 days. Okay, so those are covered. The lid is on. We'll see these babies in 2 days. So these berries have been doing their thing with that spirit for 2 days now, and we're gonna strain that infusion through a cheesecloth lined sieve, just like this, and discard the strawberries because all of their lovely essence has already been extracted by that spirit. So just take the top off and carefully pour this into the cheesecloth. So next, we're going to combine in a large saucepan 2 3/4 cups of sugar with a 1/4 cup of water. We're going to cook that over moderately low heat, swirling the pan occasionally until the sugar is dissolved and a medium amber caramel color forms. This is going to take about 10 minutes. Once we've achieved that lovely amber color, we'll remove the pan from the heat and carefully add the strawberry infused brandy. It'll sputter a bit and the caramel will harden, but not to worry. This goes back on the stove on low heat, stirring constantly until the caramels dissolve. We'll then remove this from the heat and set it aside. In a medium saucepan, we're going to combine the rosemary, sage, oregano, thyme, bitter orange peel, wormwood, gentian, ginger, vanilla bean, and 3 cups of rosé. We'll bring this menagerie to a boil and then remove it from the heat and let it stand for 10 minutes. There are quite a few herbs involved here, but in small amounts. Look for the poultry herb blend at the grocery store so you don't have to buy them all individually. So now that this has cooled a bit, we're going to stir in 1 cup of ruby port. There are a lot of flavors competing in here, so the port does not have to be high end. Don't waste that Graham's 1940 single harvest on this. All right, now we are adding this infused port mixture to the strawberry brandy caramel syrup, making sure we get all of those good bits out of there. Then we will add the remaining 6 1/2 cups of rosé. And the orange zest. Stir that up, put a lid on it, and in the refrigerator it goes for at least 2 hours. So the chilled vermouth has been strained through a cheesecloth lined sieve, and we're now pouring it into bottles to refrigerate it. This can be stored for up to 4 months. Served as an aperitif, over ice, or used in a cocktail, it also makes a really great gift in a pretty bottle with a bow. So as you can see, this is not an instant process, but it is relatively simple and well worth the effort. Cheers!